All right, welcome back to probably the most hectic day of the tournament, but we're here, and it's now it's starting to slow down. We've got a match between Shelton and Ruud, which is the last match of the fourth round, and then we get to the quarterfinals and beyond. So we're starting to get to those serious matches and those serious matchups. Over the next couple of days. All right. But yeah, so let's see what we get, what gets done here. We'll see who plays Jannik Sinner in the quarterfinals. And we're also going to Manila as well to watch Yala as well after this. So that is very exciting. Pardon me. Shelton is in for a rude awakening. I tell you, this is going to be very interesting how this will play out, because Ruud has been serving very well this week. Thriller in Manila, maybe. Yala's playing, so whenever she plays, it seems to be a thriller, even when it shouldn't be. I'm worried Ruud will give Sinner a walk to semi-final and leave. That could happen, yes. If Ruud is unable to play, yeah. That could happen. That could definitely happen. I hope it doesn't, but it could for sure. Now, these two have played a couple of times. 3 times, 2-1 in favor of Ruud. They played on a hard court in 2024, and it was Ruud in 3 sets. So they have had that hard court experience, which is interesting. And had that hard court matchup. And then the other one was on clay, which is no surprise. All right, here we go. Let's see. This feels like it could go 5, but there's been a lot of matches that felt like they could go 5, and none of them went 5. They all went straight sets. Yeah, apparently it's the first time since 1998 that the top 6 women are into these quarterfinals of a slam. 1998 US Open. I'll tell you who was in the 1998 US Open quarterfinals back then. So you had Martina Hingis, Monica Seles, Jana Novotná, Venus Williams, Lindsay Davenport, and Arantxa Sanchez Vicario as the number 1 to 6 to be in there. Now, you also had the number 11, Patty Schnyder, and also the number 13, Amanda Krowitzer. So the only 2 players that didn't make the top 8 were Conchita Martinez lost in the 4th round, and Steffi Graf lost in the 4th round. So they lost to those players that I mentioned. Steffi lost to Schnyder, and Martinez lost to Coetzer. So again, so it could have been that. It could have been a clean sweep back then and been 1-8, but the number 7 and 8 got denied at the final hurdle. But yeah, that's historic. An historic, nearly 30-year record, 28-year record has been broken with the top 6 getting to the quarters. And on the men's side, it's the similar thing. I don't know if what it is on the men's side. What do you call it? The record was. I don't know what the record was in that one, like what the record is for that one, but I'm sure it's, probably in the last 20 years. So yeah. But here we go. Shelton v. Ruud. Winner gets to play Sinner. Winner gets Sinner. So let's see. Let's see. By the way, both coached by their dads, these two players. 1998, nearly 30 years. Yep. Your tennis knowledge is unparalleled. Well, I do get help by seeing stats. And the good thing about the internet is that a lot of these records get brought up when they happen. And I can find them. Hey, thank you, Ian, for the 5. Who would you predict to win and why? I'm going Shelton in 5. I got money and I need to make more money. Well, I'm not here to help you do that. So I'm going to go Shelton in 5 with no... it's 5 o'clock and you're hammered and you're putting money on the match. That seems kind of silly. Have a good luck. Or something. I don't... Yep. All right. Ruud to serve. I'm going to go Shelton in 5. I just want a 5 set. I don't care who wins. Shelton in 5. Let's have it. Ruud in 5. Shelton in 5. Who cares? Just 5. Just give me 5 sets. Please give me 5 sets. Please. Can I have 5 sets? All right. 15-all. Great serve by Ruud. 15-all. Here we go. Here we go. As Ruud serves again. I'll take a 4-set win at this stage. Good serve, Ruud. 30-15. I'll take 4 sets at this stage. 30-15. 30-15 as we serve from Ruud. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As we had a forehand from Shelton into the forehand of Ruud. Backing out Shelton down the line. Ruud can't get that one. 30-all. Lovely backhand from Shelton. All right, 30-all. Serve again from Ruud. As Shelton gets it back into the forehand of Ruud. And Ruud hits it out. And Shelton gets the first break point in the first game of the match. Okay. .30-40. Ruud serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Shelton. Forehand from Ruud on the stretch. Shelton on the attack as Ruud hits a backhand to the Shelton backhand. Into that Ruud forehand. It's Shelton with a slice. Ruud forehand again. Cross court. Shelton's there with the backhand and hits it in the net. We get to deuce. Shelton needs to use Ruud as a warm-up for Sinner. Shelton needs to beat Ruud. I don't think he needs a warm-up for Sinner because Shelton... I mean, using Ruud as a warm-up is not... That's not a thing. That's crazy. Ruud is the match. I don't think Shelton's looking past Ruud. As with a slice now. Into the forehand of Ruud. Backhand from Shelton sliced. Ruud. Forehand again to the backhand of Shelton as Ruud backhand. Now to the forehand of Shelton. Into the backhand of Ruud. He goes down the line. Shelton with a slice. Ruud. Forehand in to the backhand of Shelton again to the forehand of Ruud. As Shelton. Forehand of the stretch. In the nets. Advantage Ruud. Advantage Casper Ruud. To start us off. Ian, I have no idea what's going on or the terms you are using, but I just put 20K on Shelton. Thank you for the $10. Okay. Advantage Ruud as we go back into the line. Long by Ruud and we'll get back to deuce. Well, good luck. Thank you for the 10. Pray for me. We are. All right. Deuce. Everybody pray for Ian. We need to pray for Ian. Pray for Ian. Actually, you know what? I'll go one better. I will ask the magic ball if you have anything to worry about, all right? After this game. As we got a drop shot from Shelton. That's a great shot. Advantage Shelton. All right. Does Ian have anything to stress about? The ball positively says, the ball says positively. I don't know what that means. But you sure? You sure? We don't need to. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Advantage Shelton. It's fine. It's fine. Forehand from Shelton. Into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton with the forehand down the line goes long. We're back to deuce. All right, deuce. All right, serve again. All right, advantage Ruud. Advantage Ruud. As Ruud serves again. And return goes back into Ruud. Point from Shelton. Goes long. Wow, one love Ruud. 1-0. 7-minute game. Ouch. To start us off. Whew. Marathon start. Okay. Whoa. Hello. Clayton, thank you for the 5. Recently, it feels like every major with here does to Sinner or Alcaraz. Goes to Sinner or Alcaraz. Do you think anyone else has a chance at the Australian Open? No. I mean, look, everyone has a chance, but it's unlikely it's going to change here at this stage. Because Alcaraz looks unstoppable. Sinner has only looked tired from one match. Other than that one match once, he's looked great. So, I mean, Didiri almost took a set off him, but not really. So, yeah. Probably not. But also, we are getting like, they are all playing hard matches now. It's not like they've got any easy matches, right? Alcaraz got to play De Minaur in Australia, so that's interesting. And then got to play Zverev or Tien, not easy. And then Sinner's got to play the winner of this match, and then either Djokovic or Musetti. So they have to play the best of the best to win. So it's not like they've just got like, it's not like last year or the year before, or last year some slams where play like big names lost. So so Sinner and Alcaraz didn't have to play all the tough players, but this year it's different. The Australian Open, like Sinner and Alcaraz are going to have to go through the best players in the world to win this title. So it might not like, and if they do that, then there's no hope for anybody else right now. And I still think they will do that because Sinner hasn't looked in trouble at the Australian Open since the final in 2024. He's had a couple of tough matches, but he's never really... I mean, he looked in trouble this week, but he won, right? So, and again, when it's only the heat that seems to beat Sinner here. Like the Runa match last year and the Spizzirri match this year hasn't been because they beat him by playing. They were beating him up because of fatigue for Sinner, which actually no, that's not true. A bit of both. They were both beating him up as well as assisted by the fatigue. But the problem is if Sinner's not tired, how do you beat him? If he's not tired, can you beat him? Like, does he have to be tired to beat him? At this tournament, seems like yes. 40-15. And Alcaraz looks unstoppable right now. I mean, I don't know how anyone's beaten Alcaraz unless maybe Zverev can outlast him somehow, but 40-15. As Shelton 40-30. Hey, Ian, thank you for the 5. Can you please enlighten me on Shelton's stats and Ruud's stats? Well, they've just started, so there's not much to talk about yet, but and there's a lot of stats. Which stats in particular? Because there's a lot of stats, but there's also not much data yet, so we just got to wait for ask me at the end of the set, and I'll give you some stats. Top 6 players on the men and women's side, first time at a Grand Slam in the Open era. Chap, historic Grand... Did I not say this morning? Historic Grand Slam. For the first time in the history of the Open era, which has been going since 1968-69, in the first time in 60 years of tennis, the top 6 players on the men and women's side are into the quarterfinals. First slam in the Open era. 60 years in. Here we are. Crazy. That is the stat. That shows how good this Australian Open is right now. How strong it is right now. The best. You could say it's the best Australian Open by quality of player ever. Strongest Australian Open. Might not be the best because the matches have to be good, but strongest field of Australian Open players, possibly. But then again, maybe you can argue that because if you go back in the day, maybe Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and Murray, and you can. Yeah. But in terms of ranking, the highest ranked Australian Open quarterfinals and possibly finals. Fonseca hype train crashed hard. Bro, Fonseca lost like a week ago. You're still talking about him? We get it. You know, he's living in your head. All right, we get it. All right. You can't stop thinking about him. Okay. 1-0. Bro said Fonseca. It's like day 10. You're saying Fonseca on day 10? Bro, that was like a week ago. Let me guess. Now you want to talk about Raducanu? Or someone else? What's up? 15 love. Good serve there from Ruud again. Man, Ruud's serve has been the shot. All right, 30 love. As the return goes to 4 to Ruud. Ruud hits it out. 30-15. Yeah, that's a great stat, Gene. Both those stats were great. Because I was wondering those things today. Strongest AO quarterfinal field in both men and women's in the Open era. Yep. I'd love to know when the last time the top 6 men got through. What slam that was. Because the US Open for the ladies, 98. But when was the last time the top 6 men got through? I've got to guess it's probably been recent because Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray were 4. And then 5 and 6 must have made a quarterfinal at some stage with those 4, right? Because those 4 made the quarterfinals all the time. So it's probably like 2015, 2014, like 2016. Like it can't be that far back. I would be sure, like, because you can go like, I mean, it probably goes Djokovic, Murray, Federer, Nadal, Ferrer, and then whoever was 6th, right? I mean, that feels like, you know, maybe Wawrinka, right? Or something. It's got to be within the last 15 years. Because Ferrer was consistent, Stan was consistent, and those 4 never missed. So it's probably going to be like 2013 or 14 or something. Yeah, on the women's side, it's definitely been, it hasn't happened since 98. But on the men's side, those 4 guys just got to every semi-final. So, but did the 5 and 6 get to the quarters too, though? That's the question, right? If Ruud wins and withdraws, Sinner, Djokovic will be on even terms. Yeah, I think you're underestimating Musetti. Why would you do that? That's crazy. All right, 2-1. As with a serve. Is a let. If TM gets to top 10, he needs to change his first name. To what? All right, forehand to the backhand of Ruud, sliced into the forehand of Ruud as we had a backhand from Shelton. Shelton in the net. And it's love 15. As the return goes in, the forehand Shelton, he puts that away, 15-0. 15 all. All right, nice hitting from Ruud again. 15-30. All right, 15-30. Serving the backhand of Ruud. Return gets back to Shelton. Ruud. Forehand down the line. Shelton gets back. Ruud. Forehand again. Into the backhand of Shelton. Sliced. And Shelton goes in. And then Ruud hits a cross-court forehand off the line. 15-40. Okay. $15.40. Ruud has already hit his peak in 2022 career-wise. Can he peak again? You mean ranking-wise? He hit his top ranking in 2022. Great shot, Ruud. 15-40. Shelton in trouble. Shelton serves again. There's a fault. Second serve. As a return goes to forehand of Shelton. That's a winner down the line. He saves one. $30.40. Shelton double faults. All right, Ruud breaks. 3-1. 3-1. All right. 3-1 Ruud. All right. Backhand Shelton into the forehand of Ruud. Backhand now Shelton again. Ruud gets it back off the tape. Shelton forehand. Ruud pass. Shelton volley. Ruud wins the point. Shelton in the net. 15-love. All right. How did he miss that? He was right on top of the net. Shelton does have tape on his right thigh. Return. As Ruud hits a drop shot winner. 30-love. $30-love. French Open 83, you reckon? That's a long time. That might be it. Damn. It's a long, long time ago. All right, 40 love. Ruud to go to 4-1. As we default, second serve. Seven to the back of Shelton, forehand from Ruud. Into the slice of Shelton is Ruud. Forehand again to the back of Shelton. Ruud on the attack. Puts it away. 4-1 Casper Ruud. This is a start. Very nice start by Ruud, who's not wearing a headband anymore for no reason. I don't know, maybe he just wants to get a full face tan or something. I don't know. Doesn't want that weird, like, headband tan. All right, 4-1. Great start by Ruud. Also, they are saying that at nighttime it is a lot slower. So maybe that's also helping a little bit. Maybe the night conditions are helping. Okay. Four-one Ruud. Nighttime is slow in Rod Laver, yeah. Who is the best singles player outside the top 10 right now? Probably Medvedev. All right, 4-1. Yeah, I would say Medvedev because he's literally number 11. Or Draper. I mean, Bruna, Casper Ruud's in there too. But I'll say Medvedev because I think Medvedev, even though he got smoked last night to a guy that he just has problem with. I don't know what it is. Just has problems with Tien. Medvedev's been really good lately. So I'd say Medi's the best non-top 10 player, even after yesterday. 15 love. Ruud will be number 11 if he wins. Cool. Caleb, thanks for the $2. Did Inglis get more than 15 games wins? Are you talking about in the match tonight? Was it over 15 games? No, it was 15 exactly. It was 15 exactly. 6-3, love 6-3. $30 love. Shelton says the fault second serve. As the return goes into the volley of Shelton, he puts it away. 40 love. Yeah, Medvedev was number 1. $40 love. Seven to the corner. Ruud in the net. And Shelton gets the game. 4-2. 4-2. All right. Ruud with the break. All right, here we go. 4 now from Shelton. Sliced goes long, and it's 15 love. Love. Who do you think is better chance of against Sinner, Ruud or Shelton? Ruud. I think Ruud has a better chance. Yeah. Actually, you know, if it's at nighttime, Ruud. If it's in the daytime and it's warm, which it won't be on Wednesday, but if it is, if the sun comes out and it gets a bit warm, maybe Shelton. But I think that if you look at their record, Shelton, Sinner loves playing Shelton. Like his record against Shelton's great, and he knows how to handle Shelton. And I think the Ruud that we've watched this week is so good. I don't know what happened. Like his serve is so dangerous, and he's ripping the ball. Like he's in a hurry because he has to go home, and you know his wife's having a baby. So, like he's just like, yeah, I don't know. Ruud just feels like he's just playing at a really good level, and I don't know if Shelton's game is going to trouble Sinner because the serve's good. Like his serve's great, but I don't think having a big serve is enough. And I don't know if Shelton's built enough around his game to beat Sinner. Whereas Ruud, he's got a decent serve happening this week. I think he served more aces in a match in his career the other day than ever before against Cilic. But also, he's just playing with this huge he's just ripping the ball and he's nailing it. So I think Ruud has a better. They both probably lose, but I think Ruud might be more competitive. I don't know. I know look, Sinner can beat both of them. Maybe it's a 3-set win both ways, but I'd rather see Ruud play him, to be honest. I know Ruud, everyone's going to mention the Rome match. That was on clay, though. You know? And I know that should be advantage Ruud, but obviously Sinner at home was on a mission. But I don't know. I'd rather see him play Ruud. I think we've seen him play Shelton enough lately. And the way that Ruud's been playing this week, I think that would be interesting. I mean, he's beaten Shelton 8 times in a row as well. So either way, he hasn't lost a set to Shelton since they first met. And yeah, okay, we've had some tie breaks, but he hasn't lost a set in 8 meetings. He's only played Ruud 4 times. And also, he hasn't played... It doesn't feel like he's played this version of Ruud who's playing with this aggression. He never lost a set against Ruud either, but... Well, he hasn't lost a set against Ruud, but again, I don't know. I just feel like Ruud... I don't think Ruud's playing a different level to normal. Whereas Shelton isn't playing any better than the last time he played Sinner, right? I think that's what I'm basing it off. But the last time Sinner played Ruud, he didn't play this guy. This is a different guy. The last time Sinner played Shelton, Shelton hasn't really changed. It's still big serve, still got maybe the backhand's improved a bit. But I don't think Shelton has changed enough to make it any more competitive against Sinner but Ruud, Ruud he's serving bigger than ever before, more aces than he's ever served in matches ever before. Like his serve's becoming a weapon, plus he's ripping the ball. I don't know. I'd rather see Ruud have a shot. Give this Ruud a chance to play. They probably both lose in straights or 4, but I think this Ruud's more interesting. And I love Shelton. He's one of my favorites, but we've seen Shelton Sinner too many times and nothing's really changed. So I'd rather see him play Ruud, who seems to have changed, right? Playing this crazy aggressive style that, ultra aggressive style, which is fun. $30 love. Shelton serves again. Double fault. 30-15. Shelton serves. The return goes into the back. The forehand of Shelton. Ruud with a slice down the line. Oh, he just missed it. That would have been crazy. 40-15. Shelton with a serve and volley. Ruud with a pass. Shelton with a volley down the line. Too good. All right, 5-3. Ruud serves for the set. All right, so to everybody giving me stats about Ruud, who do you want to see Sinner play? Who do you want to see Sinner play? You want to see him play Shelton then? Is that what you're saying? You'd rather see him play Shelton? All right, 5-3. Ruud overhits that one. Love 15. I don't have a preference. Then you can't have an opinion. No opinion. If you're not going to pick, then you can't pick apart my pick. Doesn't work. If you're not going to make a pick, then you can't have an opinion. Simple. 15-0. You can't be like, but Cam, Ruud is bad, blah, 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 and then be like, but I'm not picking. No. You pick, and then you can tell me how Ruud's a terrible idea. All right? That's how, sit back there and on your fence. Don't fence sit. Pick a side and then come at me. All right? None of this. Ruud hasn't won any games against Sinner lately. That's a stupid thing to say. But I'm not going to pick anyone because I don't have a preference. Then you can't talk. Quiet. Shh. 30-15. It's crazy. As that goes out by Shelton, it's 40-15. This match has gone fast. No surprise. Shelton plays pretty quick. 40-15. Ruud serves. Into the forehand of Shelton. Return goes long. And there's the first set. First set goes to Casper Ruud. 6-3. Very impressive start. Now, I'm not shushing the chat. I'm shushing the people that are... Anyone who's saying that Ruud against Sinner is a bad matchup and then refusing to choose. I'm not shushing the entire chat, just selective few. All right. Good start by Ruud. Hell of a serving display as well. He outserved Shelton in that first set. A lot of errors from Shelton, but Ruud is just clean, locked in. If Sinner serves like he has been, it won't matter who he plays. If he drops his level and doesn't serve well, they both have a chance. I think Ruud, the way he's playing, has a better chance. If Sinner doesn't serve well. Look, I fully agree that the winner of this match is playing, hopefully going to get a set against Sinner. They're playing for a set. Or maybe two if they're very lucky. But I stand by Ruud being a better matchup than Shelton at this stage. Because again, we've watched so much Shelton versus Sinner lately. And it really hasn't changed. Like, if you've been here for those matches, you'll know. Like, yeah, okay, tiebreak. He'll get to the tiebreak, Shelton, with some big serving and some big forehands. But when they get to the tiebreak, it's Sinner. And then Sinner wins the next two sets easily anyway. But Ruud... I don't know. I just want to see it. I don't care. He might lose badly, but I just want to see Ruud playing this style against Sinner. I just think it's more interesting than, the Shelton serving game that Sinner just seems to eat up. All right, 6-3. But first, let's get a 5-set match here. We're talking about Sinner. Let's get a 5-setter here. Why are we talking about Sinner? He's not even playing right now. 15 love. Shelton serves again. It's a fault. Second serve. Serve is a fault from Shelton. Second serve. There's a double fault Shelton. All right, 15-all. You know what, though? I'd love that if this match was to play Djokovic. I think the winner of this match plays Djokovic would have been so much better. Because I think the winner of this match would make it really fun against Djokovic. It just sucks because Sinner's the most consistent guy, right? Unless something physical happens. But also, I think Ruud, if we're talking about physicality, I think Ruud can push Sinner physically more. Shelton's got the big serve, but he's got a quick game, so the match isn't going to go long. Whereas Ruud can play a long match. He's also got a gas tank. So physicality-wise, probably Ruud would be better as well. If you want to see Sinner struggle or try and get taken in those deep waters, Ruud's probably a better choice there as well. Because Shelton plays quick, so you're not going to get tired. There's a bit of serve and volley from Shelton. Too good. 1 love. All right, 1 love. Shelton in the second. All right. So it started with Shelton was the favorite, and now Ruud's the favorite. There you go. Things have changed. All right, back to Ruud. If Sinner played Ruud and started cramping, he'd be in serious trouble. Oh, yeah. 1,000,000%. I'm not saying that's the only way Ruud wins, but Ruud can force Sinner to play physical tennis. So you're right. All right, good winner there from Ruud. 15 love. All right, 15 love. Yes, there's not going to be any cramps for Sinner. I mean, anyone who's betting on cramps it's not. He's not going to cramp, or he shouldn't cramp for the rest of the tournament. But, at least not from hot weather. But doesn't mean it won't be a physical match. He can still play. There can still be some physical matches. The weather doesn't always, it won't be just the one thing that makes him cramp. Ruud is more disciplined as well. Well, yeah, that's it too. It's harder to win points against Ruud because he doesn't give away free points like Shelton does, unfortunately. Shelton's a little bit more error prone. So when he's playing someone like Sinner, the errors are cheap points, Ruud doesn't really do that as much. Shelton hits it out in the return. Case in point, 30-15. And it'll probably be a night match as well. So again, Shelton's serve might not be as good against Sinner on Wednesday night. Whereas Ruud, in the slow conditions, just ripping forehands. I mean, he loved that. I mean, he's loving it right now. He's doing it right now. As he comes in the net, forehand to the forehand of Shelton. Shelton hits out. And it's 40-15. You also got to remember as well, like, Sinner's game is going to be slow at night as well. It's not just like, oh, Sinner doesn't have to worry about fast hitting. His game is going to slow down too. And that might help someone like Ruud get to those shots and not get hit off the court as easily. Whereas if the conditions were warmer, even though it doesn't help physically for Sinner, we saw the other day, but his game does, with a big serve and the big ground strokes, you get some free points with those with a quicker court and a quicker conditions, right? Oh, nice, Linda. Your friend got a selfie with Vachereau. That's cool. Conditions in Rome were slow. Yeah, I thought we moved past that. I thought we're talking about this. This Ruud is not the same as the Ruud from Rome. I don't know if I thought we said that already. Plus squared, you also didn't make a choice. So I don't know. Again, you didn't say who you were thinking would be a better preference. You didn't choose. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. 15 love. So you're going Shelton. You think Shelton's better chance against Sinner? 15 love. So you choose Shelton. That's okay. 30 love. Ruud would be more interesting. Okay. So we kind of agree. We somewhat agree. That's okay. I'm just giving you a hard time. 30 love. I get a hard time all the time. It's my turn to give back. As that goes out from Ruud, 40 love. Let's just get a 5-setter here. Shelton will not win. Okay. As with a backhand from Ruud. Shelton goes cross court for a winner. Beautiful shot, Shelton. Ooh, Shelton looks ready now. Ruud said he was injured in the Rome match. Oh, really? I didn't know that. None of them stand a chance realistically versus Sinner if he's 100%. All right, so let's stop talking about it. We just had a pointless conversation then. I tell you, nothing's more fun than somebody just like, we're just having a bit of a hypothetical conversation. Someone comes in here and says, well, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Sinner's 100%. Yeah, but can we talk what ifs? No. We talk absolutes, realistic. That's it. We're not allowed to. Don't you dare dream. Sinner wins. End of discussion. That's it. It's over. No more talking. So we're playing for... What are we playing for? What's this for then? This is a useless match. End the stream. This match is over. Does it matter? Doesn't matter. They're playing to lose. Anyway. Doesn't matter. Stop talking about it, chat. This is a dead rubber. Anyways, 2-1 Shelton. Shelton looks better, though. He does look better. He looks a little bit more locked in. There's only one break in the first set, so it wasn't that different. Life is meaningless. All right, we'll just take a step back. Just back up a little bit. We're not that far gone. Dude, you went ahead like 10 steps. We're just talking about this match. You're like, life is meaningless. No. You've gone too far. Come back. 15 love. All right. Nice hitting from Shelton. But the Ruud volley was crispy. As we had a fault from Ruud, second serve. As we return now to the forehand of Shelton. Backhand now from Ruud. Into the forehand of Shelton. He goes down the line for a winner. Ben's forehand starting to find the mark. 15-all. We're at that time in the day where I'm just like, I've been taking shit all day. Now it's the hour. It's tennis talk at late night tennis talk, where tennis talk after dark, where I give back to the chat. It always happens after these long days when I've been streaming for 10 hours straight, and then the last couple of hours I've been smiling the whole time. Oh, my prediction sucked, did they? Thank you for your nice words. And now it's my turn. You sound like Albanese. Can we stop bringing politics into conversations? You need to relax. Everybody knows that politics are for nerds. As with a backhand, that goes out on the forehand from Shelton, 40-15. Take your politics back. Leave them at the door if you're going to come back into this house. We don't do that here. Not in my house. 40-15. Hey, Chris. Thanks for becoming a member. If you're a member, you're safe. I will not make fun of you. That's not true. 40-15. 40-15. But thank you for becoming a member. Ruud serves. Into the backhand of Shelton. Forehand from Ruud. Oh, it goes out. 40-30. Cam is anti-politics. Politics are boring. Politics are boring. 40-30. You know what's not boring? Tennis. Tennis is fun. 40-30. There's a backhand return. Goes in the backhand of Ruud. Backhand from Shelton. Cross court, the forehand of Ruud. Ruud hits it out. We get the deuce. Ooh, here we go. Shelton shouting. That didn't make sense. Shelton is shouting. Say that fast. All right, deuce. Ruud's highest ranking, number 2 in the world, back in 2022. Return. Goes into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton forehand to the backhand of Ruud. Into the forehand of Shelton. Oh, he missed it. He goes wide, Shelton. Advantage, Ruud. To stay level in the second. All right, Ruud holds. Ruud holds. 2-0. Australians get fined if they don't vote in elections. I guess somebody's not listening. Somebody forgot to listen. Hey, Chris! Hey, you didn't need to do that. You already became a member. Thank you for the 5. Love your channel. Just joined. Any thoughts on Demon or Alcaraz? Pain. Pain. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that match at all. That match sucks. I don't want to watch that match. But we will. Pat Casher Demon or might be a chance. Why do you give me hope? Don't give me hope. Cashy, come on. I can't do it again. It happened last year. Everybody thought that Demonor was going to do something, and then Sinner went, "You're kidding." And the crowd were like, "I can't believe this happened." Oh, don't do it. Just expect the loss, and then all of a sudden, then yeah. It just don't expect de Minaur to win a set, and if he does anything more than nothing, then yay. That's I never know. I that's what. But I'm like, I've been hurt too many times. I've been hurt too many times. You never know. I'm being optimistic. I've been optimistic too many times. I'm expecting Alcaraz to win it straight, and if de Minaur wins a set, you'll hear me scream from the roof tomorrow. You'll hear me. Don't you worry. I'll be loud tomorrow. If he wins a set, I'll be going nuts. All right. Shelton holds, stays in front. All right. 3-2 Shelton in the second. All right. All right. de Minaur looks better than ever, but Alcaraz looks a few levels over. I feel like we said this last year. I feel like this is the same conversation as last year. But de Minaur looks better than ever. Maybe he can win against Sinner, finally. Just stop. Please don't give me hope. I've been here before. We've watched him play Sinner and Alcaraz so many times. The best... Look, I'll give you some advice. The best way, if you're a de Minaur fan, to go into this match is expect him to get smacked. And if he doesn't get smacked, victory. But like go in there expecting it to be bad. And anything less, anything more is perfect. Like, it's great. Oh, tiebreak. Yes. He wins a set. Amazing. But like lower the expectation. Like really, like low expectation. Like really low. Like low. Really low. Like right down. Right down. Like, and then if he does anything else, like that's like you got that's otherwise it's gonna hurt you. You're gonna hurt yourself. It hurts. Trust me, it hurts. It sucks. How many Davis Cups have I watched him play Sinner? How many times have he's played Alcaraz? And I mean, Rotterdam last year was a lovely surprise. But man. Anyways, this match is still happening, if anybody knows. 30 love as Ruud hits a lovely backhand. 40 love. Love. All of us have felt that pain. Oh, yeah. Yep. Return goes wide. All right. 3-0. Is Fonseca overhyped? No. Who do you have winning this? I can't remember what I said. Did I say Ruud or Shelton in 5? I think I said Ruud in 5. All right. 3-3. What's going on with Yala? Her match is not started yet. Oh, okay. So the match before hers has just started. So we got Yala coming up soon as well. All right. Good forehand there from... Good smash there from Shelton. 15 love. I really want 5 sets. Hey, look, I think at this stage, I'll take 1 set all going to a third. I'll take a set all. A7T Shelton. I'll take a 4-setter. I have a feeling Raducanu's going to win the AO. That'd be sick. I'd love that. All right, Shelton's third ace of the set. Serve to the backhand slice of Ruud. Forehand from Shelton to the backhand of Ruud. Shelton with a volley. Ruud with a forehand on the stretch. Goes in the net. 40 love. How much more time left in the game? Probably a couple of hours. If we're lucky. Ruud is winning this match, John. My name's Cam. It's on the channel name. I don't know who John is. There's a bit of forehand now to the backhand slice of Ruud. Goes in the forehand of Shelton. Hit the tape and goes long. 40-15. Who was my women's pick? It was Sabalenka. I'm sticking by that. I'm sticking by Sabalenka. Classic John calling himself Cam. Hey. Who told you my real name? 40-15. Serving to the forehand of Ruud. And then Ruud rips it wide. Shelton stays in front. 4-3. Second set. He's definitely playing a lot better. Was it Shelton in the second? All right. 4-3. I love that this match is just like speeding along too. Like, it's just like this match is just not. There's no lagging. It's just let's just get it done. Let's get it sorted. Cam, if Carlos reaches the AO finale, do you think he will withdraw from Rotterdam? Is it directly after the AO? There's a week between Rotterdam and the AO. If he wins the Australian Open, will he pull out of Rotterdam? Maybe. Because then you have 2 weeks to get ready for Doha, and Doha is stacked. Like, Doha is a slam. Like, it's crazy. Doha is crazy. I hope he pulls out of Rotterdam because I want to have 2 weeks off after a slam. But he is the defending champion, so he might play. He might just go back to Europe, go home, celebrate winning the AO in Spain, and then go to Rotterdam, have a hit and a giggle, and then come to Doha. But yeah, I don't know. There is a week between Rotterdam and the AO, but I guess it depends how he wins the AO. Because if he wins the Australian Open with like playing, 3-5 setters, right, which could happen. I mean, maybe if Demon and Sinner and Zverev push him, right? Or Tien. Or somebody else. Djokovic, But, yeah, it depends on how he finishes the AO, I think. If he wins the AO without a scratch, then maybe he'll play Rotterdam as well. But if he leaves the AO super exhausted, he might be like, I need 2 weeks off. 1 week, to fly back to Europe for a week, and then to go to Doha, which is sort of halfway to Australia anyway, that's not easy. Like, it's probably like an 8-hour flight, right, to Doha? Isn't it? Like Spain to Doha? I think it's like 8 hours, isn't it? 6 hours. No, that's not that bad. 6 to 8 hours. Okay. Maybe he plays both. 15-0. But Doha's stacked. So, like, Djokovic and Sinner are playing Doha. That goes in the net there from Shelton. It's 30-15. $30-15. Oh, God, I just remember tomorrow's going to be really hot. Tomorrow's going to be a tough day. In Melbourne. All right, 40-15. Ruud to level the set. So in the front of Shelton. Ruud with a forehand goes wide. And it's 40-30. 40-30. Long break for Djokovic, so he will start in afternoon with Musetti. I feel he will be cooked by Musetti. Okay. First serve's a fault, second serve. Yeah, Rotterdam, Doha are back-to-back. And then Dubai. All right, serve. Into the backhand of Shelton. Return goes into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton backhand. Into the forehand of Ruud. Again to the backhand of Shelton. Ruud. Forehand down the line. Great shot. Shelton gets there, but hits it wide. And Ruud holds 4-4. Nice work by Casper Ruud. All right, 4-0. For all. All right. $15 love is Ruud in the net. 30 love. All right, 30 love. All right, 40 love. Shelton tries to stay in front. All right, Shelton keeps in front for 5-4. This Australian Open feels like a dud. No epic matches so far. Not yet. But, like, it's set up to be the greatest finale in Australian Open history. The way that it's set up is like, you can't ask for a better lineup. And if the match is a dud from now on, then that'll be disappointing. But, like, all of that non-event to this point has led up to the best players in the world now playing each other. So if we don't get one epic match for the rest of the tournament, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to freak out. And I'm not talking Sinkeraz final. I'm saying like quarterfinals as well. Yeah, the top 6 on the men and women's side for the first time in the Open era. The top 6 players in the world on the men and women's side in the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam for the first time in the Open era. The Open era has been going for nearly 60 years. So that, we have to have good matches, right? That is historic. And we can't, if the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can't play banger matches against each other, then what's the point? All right. Oh, Ruud puts a volley in the nets. Love 15. Oh, Ruud. Missed that one. Love 15. Serve. Into the back of Shelton. Forehand Ruud. Into the back of Shelton. Ruud. Back. Forehand again. Into the back of Shelton. Sliced. Into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton on the stretch. Goes the forehand of Ruud to the backhand of Shelton is Ruud. Forehand again. To the slice of Shelton is Ruud. Forehand again to the backhand of Shelton. Shelton in the net though. 15-0. Too good by Ruud. All right, 15-0. As we default second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Shelton. Return goes to forehand of Ruud. Shelton with a slice. Ruud comes to the net. Shelton with a pass. Ruud with a volley. Shelton with a forehand. Oh, he missed it. Oh, he had the whole court open. Ruud was going the wrong way and the whole line was open. Everyone in the stadium knows it. They're all like, oh, God, he missed the unmissable. It was a sitter. Ruud was going to the backhand. God, I hope he can win the next point. Oh, man. The whole court. It was the easiest thing ever. Ouch. Too easy. As Ruud serves a double fault. See, look, this is why Ruud's like one of the nicest guys on tour, right? He said, he saw that and he went, you know what? I feel bad for you because you were supposed to do that. That was your point. Here, have this one. Nicest guy on tour, Ruud. Mr. Nice Guy. 30-0. Yeah, that was a gift. What a lovely guy. Serve the backhand of Shelton. Return goes the backhand of Ruud. Shelton. Backhand into the forehand of Ruud. To the backhand of Shelton. He goes down the line. Ruud. Backhand again. Goes long. Okay, now Shelton has to win this because he should have won it. 30-40 set point. 30-40. He has to win this set. After what we just witnessed 2 points ago. 30-40. To take us to a third at 1-all for the first time in weeks. Serve. Into the back of Shelton. Return is in. To the forehand of Ruud. Shelton backhand. Cross court. Ruud gets it. With a forehand. Into the back of Shelton. Ruud forehand. Shanked! It goes out! Shelton's fired up. It's 1-all. Doesn't matter if he missed a forehand. It doesn't even matter. Don't even worry about it. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. 1-all. Woo! Good match finally. All right. 4 sets guaranteed. Finally. Finally. We got a match. All right. That set was much better by Shelton. 14 winners, 8 errors. Great serving. 94% of first set points. Only the one break point, which was the set point that Shelton took. So that was a great serving display until the very end. All right. 1-all. Finally, we have a round 16 match. That's it. It was the last match of the 4th round that finally gave us something to get excited about. We earned this, chat. We deserve this. After all those straight set flops, we finally get, and it's Shelton who does it. I mean, let's go Shelton. This is why we love him. His dad loves it. He's on his feet too. He's like, yeah, we're getting a 4-set, mate. He's on our side. Mr. Shelton, he's like, yes. Papa Shelton, he's like, finally, not a straight sets flop. Yes. He's on our side. All right, 1 set all. It's only been an hour too. Lovely. Lovely. By the way, chat, there was no fireworks today. Oh, it's too hot. I was going to say, we didn't have any fireworks. Yeah, because it's a total fire ban. So they're illegal. That makes the sense. That's why there was an air show, probably. Okay. 6-4. Shelton takes the second. Forehand into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton hits a backhand now into the forehand of Ruud to the backhand of Shelton. Sliced. Into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton backhand on the stretch. Ruud goes down the line. Shelton with the pass. And Ruud can't handle the volley. 15 love. What a shot by Shelton. What a shot. There we go. Just a slap cross court that Ruud couldn't handle. And Ruud's like, yep, should have made that one. Serving to the forehand of Ruud. Return is in. Shelton went the wrong way. Slice now goes in the forehand of Ruud. Shelton with a pass. It's in the net this time. Shelton somehow got back in that rally, but 15-0. All right, Shelton serves again. Ace out wide. 30-15. Serve again. All right, 40-15. As we get a backhand return. Out by Ruud. Shelton, 1 love. Let's go. Okay. 1-0. Shelton is on fire. The ladies are as expected. My 5 through. Cool. I think we're getting our match in 5. Please. 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 We've waited so freaking long. All right, love 15. All right, serve again. There's an ace by Ruud. Nice. 15-0. The match is living up to expectation. I know, right? Finally. Finally. 15-0. Ace out wide. 30-15. Andy Roddick predicted the exact quarterfinal lineups. That's why he's Andy Roddick. 30-15. So wait, if he did that, then they're not going to do that redraw that they do all the time, right? They don't need to do a redraw because he picked him perfect. All right, 30-15. We'll do the slice into the forehand of Shelton. Passing shot from Ruud. No good. Shelton nails the volley. 30-0. Cam definitely did not. Hey, why don't you shut up? Nobody asked you, okay? Just shut up. I wasn't world number one. I don't have a US Open. I'm not in the Hall of Fame of tennis. I'm not supposed to get anything right. I'm not Andy Roddick. What a volley by Shelton, eh? It's a great shot. Serve to the backhand of Shelton. Forehand from Ruud. Has it a forehand now into the forehand of Ruud again. The forehand of Shelton. Shelton hits it wide. Oh, bad miss. 40-30. 40-30. All right, Ruud serves. As the backhand return goes to the forehand of Ruud. In the backhand of Shelton. He missed it again. Oh, man. Bad misses by Shelton. Okay. By the way, anyone wearing headphones? I'm sorry. All right, 1-1. Don't worry, I won't do that again. That was weird. That was good. I won't do that again. That was weird. Also, blame the person who... that person came at me. Your ears are bleeding because of that person. I was going to let it slide. And then they chirping, son, yapping. You tell them. You go at them. Now 1-0. All right, Shelton. So this is a very important set. As we're back in return goes in. It was like a Vachereau return. Anyways, backhand goes into the forehand of Ruud. Ruud in the net. And Ruud slaps his racket like Rafa. 15 love. Too late on the buzz. Ouch. Sorry. I can't hear how loud this is, so I don't know. I just think this is just... I'm not even talking that loud right now. All right, backhand goes into the backhand of Ruud. Into the backhand of Shelton. Shelton in the net. A couple of bad misses by Shelton. All right, 15-all. Serve again. Into the backhand of Ruud. Ruud in the net. 30-15. 30-15. Serve again. As a fault. Second serve. As a return, goes in the volley of Shelton. That's too good. 40-15. 40-15. As much as I like Ruud, let's go next gen. Isn't Ben and Ruud the same generation? Pretty sure they're the same generation. I don't think Ruud's like old, much older. 27, 23. Holy shit, you're right. Anyways, 2-1. I thought Ruud was like 25. Wait, if Ruud's 27, that means that I am... Can't be right. Nah, that's impossible. How do you win in tennis? Good question. Okay, 2-1. 2-1. 7 volley points won. Shelton 7 of 7. It's a great tactic. Very good tactic. Here we go. Sorry, Contra. Your street probably heard. I'm sorry. My neighbors, I don't even know. All right, 2-1. All right, 2-1. As Ruud serves. A fault, second serve. Second serve into the backhand of Shelton. Ruud wins the point though. Shelton hits it out. Who's going to win this match? Shelton in 5. Maybe. All right, first serve fault by Ruud. Second serve. As a bit of forehand now to the backhand of Shelton. Ruud with a forehand again, the backhand of Shelton. Ruud, forehand again into the backhand of Shelton. Ruud forehand again. Now to the forehand of Shelton is Ruud. Shanks it wide. 15-0. Shelton's definitely been the better player in the last 30 minutes. Definitely been the better player. Hey guys, I'm betting $1,000 on Shelton to win the trophy. Have you done that? Have you done that yet, or are you saying you've done that already, or have you not? Are you thinking of doing that? Look, I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but just tell me that. Have you done it, or are you thinking of doing that? Uh, 15-0. Double fault Ruud. Okay. Here we go. 15-30. Ruud serves. Into the forehand shot. Ooh, he has a miss. 30-0. Is that 1,000 Monopoly monies? Maybe. I mean, that's a lot of monies. 30-0. As a return, goes in the front of Ruud. Shelton lob. Goes wide. 40-30. 40-30. Ruud to level. 40-30. As the return goes in, the smash of Ruud. Oh, he missed the smash. Bounce smash in the net. All right, we get the deuce. God, terrible. I mean, terrible execution on that smash. Brutal. He knows it too, Ruud. He's like, how did I miss that? It was basically a bounce smash from the baseline. It was like another serve. Return goes in the form of Ruud. And Shelton slices it back. Ruud, backhand, down the line again. Shelton puts up a lob. Ruud smash. Straight to Shelton. Ruud with a volley. Goes long! Shelton's got a break point. And he's fired up about it too. Advantage Shelton. Advantage Shelton. To get that third set break. Here we go. Ruud serves. Down the tee, the back of the Shelton. Return. Into the front of Ruud. Shelton on the stretch. Can't get it. Too good. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. You're getting old, Cam. You're getting old. That's the point. Everybody's getting old. It's called life. Deuce. As we get a return. Into the back of Ruud. That goes cross-court in the foot of Shelton. Shelton hits it out. Advantage Ruud. To level the third. Advantage Ruud. As Ruud serves. As the return goes in from Shelton. Ruud in the net. Good return, Shelton. Ruud didn't want to have a backhand. I don't know why. He ran around and ran into it. All right. Back to deuce. 7 to the back end of Shelton. 4 from Ruud. Behind Shelton is too good. It's too good. Advantage Ruud. Insanely favoring Shelton. Wow. What the betting is? That's crazy. Great shot, Ruud. Advantage Ruud. Serve. It's a fault. Second serve. Serving to the back of Shelton. Returns to the front of Ruud. Shelton 4 on the stretch. Goes long. 2-2. Good hold. Ruud survives. 2-0. In the third. Beautiful forehands. Yeah. All right. Ruud hangs on. Let's see what Shelton's got in this next one. All right. Shelton comes to the net. Oh, Ruud gets it back. Shelton puts up a lob. He didn't go to the tweener. Bounce smash. Shelton gets there with a forehand, but it's in the net. Oh, man. He tried, Shelton. He tried to get it back. Love 15. Lunging forehand, but no good. All right. Love 15. – Shelton with a massive serve, 15-all. Ruud doesn't get any free points on serve. He has been this week. His serve has been huge this week. Serving to the backhand of Ruud. Forehand from Shelton. Ruud puts up a lob and goes out. 30-15. Default from Shelton. Second serve. As return gets the backhand of Shelton. Shelton hits long. 30-all. 30-all. Another tough match. A tough time for Shelton. 30-all. All right, Shelton serves again. A fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Ruud. Forehand from Shelton. Goes long, 30-40. Ruud's got a break point. I think this is the first break point that Ruud's had since the first set. Because in the second set, we only had one break point. And that was the Shelton serve. Oh, sorry, the Ruud serve and the Shelton set point. 30-40. Shelton serves. Ace. And a big shout. I love Shelton. I love Ben Shelton. Serves the ace. And then roars. Big serve, bigger celebration. As he serves. A fault. And it was 2:24 down the tee. Just for, those playing at home. All right, serve. Into the forehand of Ruud. Return to the backhand of Shelton. Ruud, forehand again to the backhand of Shelton. He goes down the line to the backhand of Ruud. Shelton, backhand again into the forehand of Ruud. To the backhand of Shelton. Ruud with the backhand into the Shelton forehand. As Ruud goes cross court with his forehand to the backhand of Shelton. Again to the forehand of Ruud. Shelton, backhand on the stretch. Ruud goes down the line. Shelton gets an open court. Ruud's there with a slice. As Shelton down the line. Forehand winner, hit the line. Oh, he hit it high, but it landed in. Advantage Shelton, 19-shot rally. One of the longest rallies of the match. Huge forehands from Shelton. All right. To stay in front. Serving to the backhand of Ruud. Return goes long. 3-2. Shelton stays in front. And he loves it. 3-2. All right. High quality match. Oh, yeah. It's made... I mean, is it high quality in some of the players we've seen this the last couple of days? No, but they're both playing at the similar level. That's what makes this interesting. Whereas we've seen, it's probably as competitive as Alcaraz versus Paul, especially early in that match, right? All right. Okay. 3-2. Yeah, high energy. Cam, are you not entertained? Yeah, I'm bored out of my mind, obviously. Are you watching the stream? Hello? Clearly, I'm just half asleep here. Do I look tired? I think we have a banger. Oh, we have a banger. This is a banger. It was a banger as soon as they split the first two sets. We just needed a four-setter. That's all we needed. None of this straight set garbage. All right. Here we go. Back to Ruud. It feels like this has to be a tiebreak though, right? 3-2. Cam looks sleepy. Yes. All right. Serving to the front of Shelton, but it is a let for Ruud. There's a bit of fault second serve. Second serve. Serving the front of Shelton. Off the tape goes nowhere. It doesn't go over. 15 love. $15 love. Ruud serves an ace. 30 love. $30 love. Serve out wide the back of Shelton. Return goes to the front of Ruud. He goes back behind Shelton as Ruud forehand inside out in the net. Jeez, tired forehand by Ruud. 30-15. $30-15. As we get a backhand now from Shelton to the forehand of Ruud. Forehand from Shelton is wide, and it's 40-15. 40-15. Ruud to level up this third set. There's a bit of fault from Ruud. Second serve. Second serve, Ruud. Out to the back end of Shelton. Return goes to the front of Ruud. Shelton cross court, the back end of Ruud. Into the Shelton backhand. Ruud with a forehand again to the front of Shelton. That's a good shot. Ruud slices it back. Shelton comes to the net. Ruud with a pass in the net. 40-30. 40-30. Still a chance for Ruud to level. $40-30. And Ruud with a great serve. Okay. 3 games all. Three. Has Ruud always served like this and I missed it? He's not served this big. Like, I feel like this week he's serving... Well, yeah, the stats show as well that he's serving better than ever. Like, he's serving massive. 3-3. All right. Shelton serving with new balls. I think the other day when we watched him play Cilic, he served... What was it? The most aces he's ever served in a single match. It was like 23, 24 aces. So he's, serving the best he's ever served is, Ruud had a chance. Shelton gave it straight to him and he missed it. On the backhand pass, 15 love. So the best serving he's ever, the biggest serving, most aces, most dangerous serving he's done. As Shelton puts that away, 30 love. Shelton says the fault, second serve. As a return goes net by Ruud, 40 love. All right. 40 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Ruud. Return goes to slice to Shelton. There's Shelton in the net. By the way, 213 km/h second serve. Ruud got it back. Just. But Shelton too strong. 40-15. So Shelton makes the error. 40-15. Serve again. To the backhand, Ruud, forehand for Shelton, goes in the forehand of Ruud, cross court the back of Shelton, Ruud, forehand, cross court again to the back of Shelton, Shelton needs a winner down the line, Shelton stays in front, 4-3, Ruud's got to be careful. Okay, 4-3. Shelton leads. This feels like a very tense, by the way, so many people have stayed, it is a full house almost. And Ruud was talking to the umpire. Ooh, and he's talking to Ben now. What's going on? I think Shelton's getting told off by the umpire. Oh, why would you do that, Casper Ruud? What are you doing? So Ruud said to the umpire, I think he was talking about Shelton. I don't know if it was talking about Shelton's. Did anyone hear what it was? Was it Shelton's? Was Shelton taking a little bit too much time? He's just looking Casper down like, bro, I'm right here. Why didn't you just tell me? But Shelton's just staring him down. Why would you do that right now? It's so dumb. Now you think Shelton's going to be quiet? You think he's going to like cool down? Shelton's like, so you're going to tell on me to the teacher, are you? Okay. Why would Ruud do that? He's just now he's going to get broken. Shelton's fired up. Was it because Shelton was taking too much time on returns, maybe? I don't know. It was something to do with time. Ruud was not happy with Shelton taking time. I tell you, why would you poke the bear? You know Shelton's going to get loud. Love 15, Ruud misses. Why would you do that? And Shelton just stared him down like, really? You gonna tell on me to the teacher? The hell? I think it's just taking a bit too much time between first and second serves, maybe? I don't know. I think Ben was wasting time and he's like, I'm right here. Why did you say to him? Anyway, it's not 15. That's only going to poke the bear. That's a bad idea. Backhand now from Shelton. Into the forehand of Ruud. Into the forehand of Shelton. To the forehand again of Ruud. Shelton. Slice. As Ruud. Drop shot. Too good. 15-0. So apparently, okay, here, they've just explained it. So apparently it's because Shelton is making Ruud wait when he's getting up to getting up at the change of ends. So Ruud's ready to serve and Shelton's still walking to the court. All right, 30-15, good serve. So Ruud's not happy that Shelton's taking a little bit too much time on returns. But like, why would you bring it up at the end of the set? Don't bring it up. You're only going to make him mad. 30-15. Serve to the backhand of Shelton. Shelton in the net, 40-15. All right, Ruud's getting the serves in. 40-15. I mean, Ruud's probably just feeling a little annoyed because things aren't really been going his way the last couple of sets. Mind games? Maybe some mind games from Ruud. Serve. Into the forehand of Shelton. Return goes to the forehand of Ruud. Shelton backhand. Lob. Goes in. Ruud with a forehand on the baseline. Shelton gets a backhand cross court. Ruud gets it down the line forehand. Shelton goes cross court with a forehand winner. 40-30. Huge forehand winner. 40-30. Great forehand from Shelton on the dead run. Just slapped it onto the baseline. And Ruud is like, oh man, he hits another good shot. Hit the back of the line too. That was a hell of a shot. Ruud couldn't have done anything with that anyway. Serving to the back of Shelton. Return goes front of Ruud. Shelton, backhand. Cross-court winner! Deuce! What a backhand! All the pressure on Ruud now. Geez, Shelton is firing. He's hit two massive winners in the last 2 points. Ruud serves. A fault. Second serve. Double fault. Shelton's got a chance to break as Shelton just looks at Ruud down the other end. He's like, am I taking too much time now? Am I wasting your time now? Seems like you need some more time to get those serves in. Advantage Shelton. To get the break, serve for the third. He serves a fault again. Oh no. Ruud does look a little bit fatigued for sure. He definitely looks a little bit tired, more tired as we had a return for Shelton into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton with a backhand into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton backhand again. Goes down the line. Ruud runs around into forehand as we had a slice from Shelton again. Into the forehand of Ruud. Down the line. Goes long! Shelton breaks! And he just looks and goes, come on! And right back in Ruud's face. 5-3! Yeah, tell me I'm going too slow. Oh, man. Oh, bad idea. Now he's going to hit 4 aces. Why'd you poke the bear? All right. And Ruud looks stuffed. Yeah, that was a personal shout. Shelton, every time he won a point, he just looked at Ruud. Okay, Shelton served for 2 sets of 1 lead. Serve. Out wide. The return goes in. The forehand of Shelton, who goes wide down the line. Oof, he went for it. Love 15. Love 15. Shelton serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the forehand of Ruud. Return goes out. A big come on from Shelton. 15-0. Oh, this match has caught fire all of a sudden. 15-0. Serve down the tee. Ace. What a serve. What a serve. 30-15. Beautiful serve. All right, Shelton serves again. Out wide. Ruud returns it short. Shelton comes in, puts it away. 40-15. Shelton for 2 sets to 1 lead. And Ruud's got to figure out how to pick himself off the ground in the fourth. 40-15. Shelton serves. A fault. Is Shelton the last American in the men's draw? Yes. Fritz and Paul out? Yeah. Serving the back of the Ruud return. Into the forehand of Shelton. Ruud, forehand on the stretch. Shelton on the attack. Comes to the net. Ruud with a pass in the net. 2-1 Shelton. And he's like, let's go. Let's go. I don't think Ruud should be telling the umpire that Shelton's taking too much time. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. All right, 2-1. I don't think Shelton's going to... he's not going to say anything back. He doesn't need to. He's like, look at the scoreboard. All right. Shelton. Oh, Ruud talking again. Ruud's talking to the umpire again. Oh, man. Yeah, what would you... They say it on the TV, they're just like, yeah, Ben's the kind of guy, if you go at him, he's going to come back at you. Yeah, of course. Well, Ruud should know that. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, Tien is in this quarterfinals. My bad. Yeah. Tien is there. Sorry, I was thinking on the bottom half of the draw. Tien's up there. Shelton loves the crowd energy. Yeah, and the crowd love somebody to cheer. Will there be no, I don't think there'll be a salty handshake. Shelton's not the type of guy to take it out of the match. You know, like Shelton's going to use it as fuel to play now, but at the end of the match, they'll be fine. It's not going to be a thing. Shelton's not the type of guy to take it. I mean, Ruud's not even the type of guy to even have any of this stuff. Remember when he had that weird handshake with Ruud at the French Open those years ago, and we're like, what was that? And then they're sweet, you know. Shelton's not going to. He's not going to pursue this with Ruud. They're going to be fine. It's just like in the moment right now, heat of the moment. It's good. It's like great for Shelton. That's like he can thrive on that, right? He can use that to as a reason to as another reason to win. But yeah, Shelton's not going to. They're not going to. It'll be a fine. It'll be a normal handshake. No, I'm sure there'll be no drama. Ruud leaving that shot at 40-15. Yeah, but that shot was huge, though. So. Shelton's a college player. Yep. He's got that college player energy. So is Spizzirri, though. I mean, Spizzirri had that college tennis, too. I mean, the Americans coming through the college, they're so much fun to watch. The college players. They've just got a different intensity about him. Here we go. Ruud to serve first in the fourth. Shelton's up 2-1. 2 hours played. Return goes out. 15-love. $15-love. And Ruud serves again. Into the net. Second serve. Hey, Tyler. Appreciate it. Glad I could help. Was it a fine in the net by Shelton? That was a miss. That was an open court. For 30-love. Ruud doesn't really complain. So if he's complaining, it's something that's not acceptable. Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right. I mean, Ruud doesn't usually complain, so that's strange. So it must be something really annoying for him. But just because it's annoying doesn't mean it's illegal, you know? Doesn't mean... Again, and you got to think gamesmanship. Maybe Shelton is trying to, like, annoy Ruud a little bit to get the upper hand. And that's totally normal. You can do that. No, nothing against the rules of pushing your opponent's buttons. Serve. Into the forehand of Shelton. Shelton slaps it in the net. It's 1-love Ruud in the fourth. Glad to say this is a good match, and I understand Casper. Ben is a better player right now. We'll see who wins, yeah. And look, Ruud's probably pissed off as well because of the score. You know, he was losing control of the match. So he's probably a little annoyed at that as well, trying to let off some steam by talking to the umpire, but, you know. So he's probably just feeling like things are a little bit out of control at the moment, and he's not happy about everything, you know. Fix your hair? Why don't you fix your attitude? Fix your attitude. You happy? Now you fix your attitude, all right? We'll be even. All right, backhand. Down the line to the backhand of Ruud. Ruud hits it out. 15-love. This is a great match. Finally. 15-love. By the way, the day's not over. We've got Yala coming up soon as well. As we to serve. Ace down the tee. Huge serve. 30-love. 221 down the tee. Boom. Serve again. Here's the fault. Second serve. Serve again. Into the backhand of Ruud. Good return. Shelton forehand. Into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton with the forehand again. Ruud's there with a backhand pass. Shelton drop volley winner. 40-love. Hands at the net. Great hands at the net. Okay. Beautiful hands. Great shot. It was a drop volley. Ruud wasn't even trying. It wasn't even going to attempt an approach or get that. And then an ace down the tee. 227. Let's go. Imagine Shelton serving like that tomorrow. Can you imagine? Shelton serve tomorrow's weather. We're talking 350 kilometers. I'll tell you, Ruud's lucky he's not playing him tomorrow night. Or tomorrow day. He's playing him tonight. I mean, this is supposed to be slow. 1-1. As Ruud serves. Into the forehand of Shelton off the tape. Ruud comes in. Shelton guesses right with a pass! What a shot by Shelton. Little lucky. Guessed right. Put it away. Love 15. Oh, man. Good lunge. What a shot. Just hooks it cross court. All right, love 15. Serving to the forehand of Shelton. Forehand from Ruud. Cross court. Shelton gets a backhand. Into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton on the attack. Cross court backhand goes long, though. And he knows he missed that one. That was a poor miss, that one. 15-0. Just lifted up at the last second on the backhand and it went long. Yeah, moving like a goalkeeper. That was exactly what that was. Perfect analogy. Serve. Into the forehand of Shelton. Forehand out from Ruud to the backhand of Shelton. It's Ruud. Down the line. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. 30-15. Beautiful forehand winner. 30-15. All right, serve again. Ruud just needs to stay in front in this set. Serve. Into the back of Shelton. Return is shanked. Goes in, though. As Shelton comes down with a drop shot. No, he doesn't. He stayed back. Ruud gets it. Shelton lob. Ruud runs back with a tweener. Shelton with the drop volley winner. 30-all. Point. 30-all. Not a bad tweener by Ruud. He almost let it bounce twice, though. But the lovely drop volley by Shelton again. And Ruud just shrugging his shoulders like, what can I do? As Shelton returns it into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton backhand. Into the backhand of Ruud. Shelton with the forehand of the stretch. Ruud, backhand, down the line. Shelton's got it. Goes cross court. He goes in, and Ruud in the nets. Deep backhand off the baseline. And Shelton gets a break point. 30-40. Electric tennis, chat. Electric. 30-40. To get the break. In this fourth set. Ruud serves. To the forehand of Shelton. Return goes in the back of Ruud. As Shelton backhand down the middle. Ruud again to the forehand of Shelton. Into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton with a backhand again to the forehand of Ruud. Into the Shelton backhand. They're going cross court. At the moment as Shelton keeps it going cross court. And he goes wide though and it's deuce. Just pushed it wide. As Papa Shelton starts eating food. What's he eating? What's he got over there? What snacks? You got snacks? Hey, Brian, what you got? What you eating? What you eating over there? Hey! What are you eating snacks over there? Are you allowed to have snacks while you're coaching? The hell? I'm hungry. What's he eating over there? All right, deuce. Pistachios. Yeah, what's going on? All right, Ruud. Second serve. Double fault. Ugh. Okay, advantage Shelton. Advantage Shelton to get this break. You're just snacking. All right. Ruud out wide is a fault again. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Shelton. Great return. Ruud gets it to the forehand. The backhand of Shelton. Ruud with a forehand inside out. Shelton on the stretch. With a slice goes long and Ruud survives. He keeps hanging on, Ruud. Crucial game. Ruud survives. Deuce. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Seven to the backhand of Shelton. Return goes wide, and it's advantage Ruud. Advantage Casper. Good body serve from Ruud. All right, Ruud serves again to take the lead. As a return goes into the forehand of Ruud. Backhand now from Shelton into the forehand of Ruud. Shelton forehand of the stretch. Ruud down the line. Shelton's got it with the backhand. Ruud gets a game. Shelton hit it long. Okay, 2-1 Ruud in the fourth. All right. As promised, chat, doubleheader. Well, not promised, but... Oh, sorry, not as promised. I didn't promise nothing. We got a doubleheader coming up. We got Yala taking on Andreeva over in Manila as well. But don't worry. Shelton versus Ruud. Whoops. Shelton versus Ruud is the main event. Shelton Ruud will keep our focus. All right, 2-1. Cam, are you going to go outside in the heat tomorrow? No. Why would I do that? That's madness. I don't go out on a normal day, let alone hot days. Come on now. By the way, chap, if Ben Shelton does win this match and make the quarters, he has done so much in his Grand Slam career that doesn't get talked about. He has made the quarterfinals. I reckon he's played probably about 10 Grand Slams, and he's made the quarterfinals of at least like 5 of them. Like, his record at Grand Slams is ridiculous for not having one, like not having a slam, right? Like, he's played 13 Grand Slams, right? 13. He's made the 4th round or better in 7 of those. Quarterfinals or better in 5 if he wins today. Crazy. He wins 71% of matches at Grand Slams, 32 and 13. Obviously, the French Open, even though he made the 4th round last year, French Open's his worst, and the Australian Open's his best. But yeah, 4th round or better, 3rd round or better even more times. Hasn't lost before the 3rd round at a slam for 2 years, right? Wimbledon 2023 was the last time he lost in the 2nd round. Since then, only 3rd round or better. It's ridiculous. His Grand Slam record is crazy for somebody who's just getting started. Really, well, who's been around for enough, a couple years, but still madness. I mean, that's a crazy good record. His sweat on the ground is getting swept. Madness. And should be acknowledged, because we talk about Alcaraz and Sinner because they win, but Shelton's got to be up there as having one of the best Grand Slam records without a slam for the first 3 years of his career. A crazy record. As that goes out by Ruud, 30 love. He loves Shelton. Ruud's has been hanging on to serve. Shelton's been just throwing the bombs. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. As promised, all the Yala fans that were asking me earlier in the week, are we going to watch Philippines? Are we going to watch Philippines? We're watching Philippines. But we're also watching Australian Open. And this match is the best match we've had in days. So we've got a bit of an overlap. Shelton versus Ruud. It's the best match we've had since that stinking hot day where Sinner started cramping. So a little bit of an overlap. But Yala's coming on as well. So don't worry. We will keep up to date with her as well. All right. Shelton holds 2-2. 2-0. Cam looks like Matt Damon starring at the Odyssey. Well, thank you. That's very kind. I think. Doesn't he wear a mask? All right. Ruud is also a ridiculous Grand Slam record. Oh, yeah. I mean, for sure. Ruud should also be respected in Grand Slam glory. Grand Slam-less glory. For now. All right. 2-2. Ruud's been struggling on serve. Let's see what happens. I don't think the match is as high quality, but it's definitely the most exciting. Yeah, exactly. Who cares if it's not high quality? It could, I mean, yeah, it's not the best match we've ever seen in our lives, but it's the best match we've seen in days. Love 15. As that goes out on the forehand of Ruud. Love 15. By the way, chat, tomorrow we have quarterfinals. Starting with Sabalenka, I think. And then Zverev versus Tien, and then the night matches are Coco Gauff, and then Alcaraz de Minaur after that. So that's the day. That's the session tomorrow. Also, I don't think if Yala wins today, I don't think she plays tomorrow. I think she gets a day off, or she'll play doubles. I'm not sure. Shelton hits a wide 15-all. I'm not sure what Yala's. I know if she wins today, she won't play tomorrow, singles, but she might be playing doubles because it's her home event, right? Why not play both? Oh no, she's not playing doubles. Wow, that is a surprise. That's a surprise. There are a lot of Filipino doubles players, but she's not one of them. Interesting. Anyways, Ruud comes in there with a volley and he goes wide. 15-30. Shelton's is all over Ruud. So yeah, Yala won't play tomorrow if she wins today. It's been delayed. No, it's coming on soon. 15-30. Shelton just too good. I mean, Ruud comes to the net. Shelton just slaps it at him, and he just can't handle it. The pace is too strong. 15-30. Serving to the backhand of Shelton. Ruud with the backhand to the forehand of Shelton. Shelton puts it away. 15-40. It just feels like Ruud is holding on to serve, and it's eventually just going to break this service game. He's been hanging on for that serve for dear life for games now. Ever since he told the umpire, ever since he talked to the umpire about Shelton's slow behavior, and Shelton took it personal. Serve down C, great serve. 30-40. Great serve. Down the tee. Yeah, Ruud's crumbling a little bit, yeah. This version of Shelton is too powerful for Sinner? Nah, I don't think so. I love Shelton, but I don't know if this Shelton can beat Sinner. Maybe a tiebreak, because they seem to play tiebreaks a lot, but I don't think he beats Sinner. 30-40. Serve out wide. The forehand of Shelton. Return goes in the forehand of Ruud. That's behind Shelton. Smart shot. Inside our forehand winner, and we get the deuce. I think there was a rain delay in the afternoon, so the match was pushed. Oh, that makes sense. There was actually a couple of long matches earlier as well that pushed everything back. So, yeah. Hi, Cam. Thanks for covering Alex again. Finally watching first-time live match for here. Alex, you're there? You're actually there? Nice. Is it a forehand now to the forehand of Ruud, but Shelton hits along. Advantage Ruud. Yeah, if anyone watching from the Philippines is near the event, don't even worry about. You don't even have to just go see Yala. Go to the event. Support the event, because I don't know how long it's been since there's been a tournament in the Philippines, but go support the event so that it'll come back next year and keep coming back. Like, for sure, if you want to see Yala, get tickets for her, but just go to the event. You know. Go watch some new players that you might not have seen before. The court's full. Yeah, I saw in the last match that it was packed. Shelton hits it out. Ruud keeps the lead for now. 3-2. 3-2. All right. 3-2. Man, how's he staying in front here, Casper Ruud? Feels like eventually it's going to flip the other way, where Shelton's going to give one chance and Ruud's going to take the set. It might be one of those situations. By the way, chat, I'm gonna say this: if you're watching the match with Yala, the camera angle they need a bigger camera or a higher camera, because it's very hard to see down the far end. It's like cutting off the top of the players. Yeah, the camera's a little bit too close. It's a challenger, right? But it'll be mentioned. Don't worry, everything, and they might fix it tomorrow. Yeah, packed house for Yala. They should have called the Yala. So I was going to tell a funny joke, and then I tripped over my words and butchered it. It was going to be really funny. and you're going to be laughing and be like, good one, Cam. Oh, you son of a bitch. But I messed up the joke because I can't speak properly. 15 love, Shelton. It's going to be funny, though. Maybe next time. How are you still awake? I don't know. Because 11 o'clock at night? It's not that late. I don't sleep. Nobody sleeps. It's tennis. Nobody sleeps. Backhand return into the forehand of Shelton. Shelton sprays it. 15-all. So Alina Chereva, not sure much. I don't know much about her, but that's what we watch Yala as well, to learn more about other players. Like, we learn about so many players that we hadn't seen, and then we started watching Swiatek, who played Raducanu at the Australian Open. We learned about her before we learned about her from the Southeast Asia Games. We've obviously learned about a lot of other players that we don't usually watch through Yala. As that goes in the net by Shelton. Here we go, 15-30. Here's that thing that I was saying. Shelton resembles Nadal. Ruud resembles Murray. Okay. 15-30. Oh, Shelton hit a massive serve, but he missed. Second serve. And look, in all fairness, Yala should win this pretty easily, right? As Shelton hits a backhand, Ruud with a volley, Shelton with a pass. Too good. Ruud went line, Shelton went cross. Cross wins. They've never... Actually, no, sorry, I lie. They have played before, if you've seen my preview. They played in an event in 2020 where Chereva won. But she won because it was on clay and Yala was brand new to the circuit. So at least that's what it looked like. Hey, McGee, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. All right, 30-all. Shelton serves. Into the forehand of Ruud. Oh, he nearly made it too. Ruud missed it though. 40-30. Just missed it. Just missed it. Yeah, Chereva leaves one love in the head-to-head, but that was a long time ago. 2020. I don't even remember what happened. What was 2020? I don't remember. Don't need to remember. 40-30. First serve's a fault, second serve. So the forehand Ruud back at our Shelton cross court. Ruud goes long. It's 3-all. 3-3. Three games all. Back to Ruud. That was an opportunity, though, for Casper Ruud. I think there was a rain delay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think because of the humidity, they might be starting a little bit late. Because they started at 2 p.m. But maybe it is. This was supposed to be night session anyway. So, like, this match would have started around this time anyway because it is a night session. But, yeah. Yeah, there might have been a bit of a delay. All right, 3-all. As with a forehand now, goes out by Ruud. Love 15. Oh, the camera angle is because the cords are shorter. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, look, they're doing the best they can. It's the first day of their first Challenger event, so it's not going to be perfect straight away, right? It's going to be it's a working. Plus, it's also a Challenger event. They're not supposed to be super produced, crazy. I mean, some challengers don't even have a camera on court 3. They have center court cameras only, so they don't even show the court 3. Anyways, backhand. Double fault Ruud. Love 30. Love 30. Danger for Ruud here, which I've said every single game in this set. Serve. Down the tee is a let. Yala's going to serve first, by the way. I'll tell you, I'm excited to hear what the crowd's reception is. If she's getting people lining up around the stadiums in Australia, to watch her play on court number 6. In the Philippines, this is going to be the loudest crowd we've ever heard. It's going to be like playing like Fonseca in Brazil. It's going to be this like madness, right? Shelton hits it out 15-30. Well, I'm excited. This is going to be like the craziest crowd we've heard. Andreeva might not have ever played in this atmosphere before. Might be brand new. All right, 15-30. As we default from Ruud, second serve. I think it's a 2,000-seat stadium, and there's not a seat left. Serving the forehand of Shelton, return into the forehand of Ruud. Off the tape and wide by Ruud. Another break point opportunity for Shelton. 15-40. Everything is a first for the organizers as the audience. Exactly, yeah. Yeah. You got to start somewhere. And this is a great start. But it'll improve. I'm sure that eventually, if it does succeed, the WTA will make it a 250, right? I think that's going to be, if Yala keeps going the way she is, right? They might make it a 250. With this crowd, they should. Forehand down the line, great shot. Shelton puts up a lob. Bounce forehand from Ruud from the baseline. Shelton back in the rally. Is it a backhand? No, forehand, from Ruud to the backhand of Shelton. Shelton hits it out, 30-40. All right, here we go. Yala playing at home. For the first time, this event was made because of her. And she hits a forehand out of the backhand of Andreeva. Forehand from Yala. As Andreeva goes down the line to the backhand of Yala. Andreeva, forehand goes into the backhand of Yala. Into the forehand of Andreeva. That's a good shot. Yala puts up a lob. Andreeva with a smash. Goes long. 15-love. That was a long point to start the match. 30-40. Serving the backhand of Shelton. Return goes to forehand of Ruud. Shelton forehand down the line. Ruud on the stretch. Shelton on the attack. Forehand again. Ruud gets it. Shelton starting to grunt. Forehand cross court. Into the backhand of Ruud to the backhand of Shelton. Ruud forehand. Uh-oh. It's out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Benny's biceps. He's flexing. 4-3. Shelton's got the break. 2 games away from that Sinner match. Here we go. I tell you, I'm so glad Shelton's healthy now. He brings such a good energy to the tennis. Like, he's the most... Like, he is... When you look at the top 10, everyone's very polite. You know, Alcaraz is fired up. You know, players are fired up in that, but he just has this different energy about him. Just has that, like, brash, you know, in your face. People don't like it. People love it. I love it. It's just different. You don't see Jannik Sinner yelling at people's face. Even Alcaraz doesn't yell in people's faces. Anyways, forehand from Yala. That's a winner. 40-love. Yala, first game of the match. Pia. Thank you for the donation. Watching live WTA first Filipino Open for Alex. Hey, enjoy. Historic moment for sure. Serve out wide the back of Andreeva. Andreeva hits it long. 1-love Yala. She takes the first game. What's going on with Ruud? I don't know. After the first set, he just kind of slowed down. There was an opportunity in the middle of the second set for Ruud. And around the middle of the second set where he had Shelton in trouble, but he didn't take it. And then Shelton took the set. And then after that, it's all been Shelton. All right, 4-3. Shelton's 2 games away. Return goes in the forehand of Shelton. Ruud backhand, cross court. Shelton gets it, but hits it long. And it's love 15. Love 15. All right, Yala, first game in the bag. Andreeva's going to serve. Still wearing their Australian Open gear. As it a forehand now from Shelton. Oh, Ruud gets it back. Shelton with a smash, though. Too good. Too strong. 15-0. All right, Andreeva serves. Into the backhand of Yala. Return goes into the forehand of Andreeva. She hits it wide. And it's love 15. Great return. Love 15. And 15 all here, Shelton. Great serve. In comes Shelton. Forehand cross-court winner. 30-15. Treva serving the fault here. Second serve, Treva. Into the forehand of Yala. Yala in the net. 15 all. 30-15. Shelton 6 points away from playing Jannik Sinner again. In another slam event. Shelton serves a fault. Second serve. By the way, to the guy crying in the chat about Shelton's attitude is not good for kids. Okay. Yeah, because confidence should be discouraged. 40-15. Being a confident young person who's very good at the thing that they do and they're happy to express it. Also, have you heard Shelton off court? He's definitely not an arrogant person that you are thinking that he is. You're basing him off him saying, come on. Definitely not. Just a confident young man. Yeah, we should discourage people from being like that. Crazy. It's crazy, mate. Crazy. If you're anti-American, fine. Just say it, buddy. Like, just say it. Just say, oh, I don't like it. I don't like the loud American type. Okay, fine. Don't say it's a bad example to young kids. It's a great example to kids. You kidding me? I want to be like Shelton when I grow up. 5-3. 5-3 Shelton. He's one game away. There's 7 out of the 4 Shelton. 4 now from Ruud. Shelton backhand. Goes out. 15 love is Yala. With a backhand. Goes down the line to the backhand slice of Treva. Yala forehand to the backhand of Treva. Into the backhand of Yala. No, she had a forehand. She had a winner. No, she didn't. She missed it. All right, 1-0. Couldn't see. We'll take a bullet for Shelton. He's just a different energy, and it's good. Everyone was getting a bit the same. Everyone was idolizing Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and they were trying to be like them. They're like, I'm gonna be like Rafa, and everyone was just trying to be the same. That's fine. But then Shelton comes along and starts throwing elbows, and I'm like, yes, we need that too. We need someone to ruffle the European feathers, like Ruud. I mean, he's a cool, calm, collected guy. Tonight he's not. He's a little bit annoyed. That's good. It's fun. Shake things up a little bit. Hey, Danny, thank you for the 5. Go Yala. Well, she's 1-all. And Treva hits a forehand down the line, but I think it went long. Yep, 15 love. All right. 30-15, double fault Ruud. If you don't like Shelton, that's fine. But don't say he's not a good example for children. That's crazy. All right, 30-15. As we return now to the front of Ruud. Shelton with a pass. Ruud in the net with a volley. 30-all. And Shelton skips to the side. 30-all. Very quick match. 2.5 hours for 4 sets is wild. But I appreciate it. Yala, backhand. Goes down the middle of the backhand of Treva. Forehand from Yala. Into the Treva backhand. Yala. Forehand again. To the backhand of Treva as Yala forehand of the stretch. Goes long. 15-all. Serve out wide the backhand of Shelton and then at 40-30. Cam, you were talking like anyone could be Federer and Nadal. No. I'm not saying they can play like them. I'm saying the attitude. Act like them. Have that. Everyone's using them as the reason. Like, oh, we all have to be like the personality type. Right? I'm not saying play like them. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying try to be them, 20 Grand Slam plus. No. The attitude, It's good to have somebody who's coming in with a different way of going about things. 40-30. As we return now to the forehand of Ruud. Into the forehand of Shelton. Shelton hits it long. Ruud's going to sit down and figure out how to break. As Yala 30-15. But that's what we need, chat. We need personalities. If everybody's the same, then it's boring. We need Shelton. We need Sinner, right? Fire and ice. Like, that is fire and ice, right? We need Ruud. You know, the nice guy. Mr. Nice Guy. You know, we need these personalities. If everybody's the same, it's just like, it gets boring, you know? If everybody was Shelton, it would be annoying, right? Because everybody would be yelling all the time. But contrast with the Sinners and the humble, you know, if you want to call it humble Sinner, or the quiet, reserved Sinner, and Ruud versus the loud, brash, in-your-face Shelton. Personalities. It's fun. All right. Yala 2-1. The Yala match is packed? Oh, yeah. It is packed. Here we go. Shelton serve for the match. We'll get to the Yala match straight after Shelton. If he can hold here, we'll be focusing all on her. Don't worry. 15 love Shelton. By the way, Chad, if you are watching the Yala match, I encourage you to continue watching the Australian Open, even if, you know, Yala's not there, and you know, still watch it, because there's a lot of players that, in fact, on the women's side, the best players in the world right now are all in the finals. So you're going to see the best of the best play each other, and it's a good way to learn the opposition of Yala, if nothing else, right? 30 love. You know, it's a good idea. It's a good way to like learn. Okay, well, who does Yala have to? How does it? Who are the players she has to beat to be up the top? You already probably know most of them anyway because we've watched them, but they're all playing next week. We got Coco Gauff, Sabalenka, Swiatek, Pegula, even Jovic, which is one of Yala's like the similar generation, right? The same generation. Great serve, Shelton, 40 love. God, after that first set, he has just wrecked Ruud. He's wrecked him. He's been in the face. Ruud hasn't liked it. And Shelton to play Sinner in the quarters. He serves. Out wide, a fault. Ooh, that would have been a nice ace to finish. Ben's been ruthless, I know, right? Ruud had this match. He was in so much control in that first set and a half, and then Shelton said, give that back to me. Return. Goes into the front of Shelton. He hits an inside-out win and a finish. Oh, yeah, Benny. That's what we want to see. Raw. Shelton in 4. He's going to take on Sinner in a couple of days. There's smiles. No hard feelings. A little bit of a hug at the net. Let's go. Shelton's fired up. Let's have it. All right. Let's see if Shelton can take down the big boy in a couple of days. As long as he brings that energy. If he brings that energy and he goes down, at least bring that energy. Shelton's always electric. Oh, yeah. Ruud can now go home and witness the birth of his first child. Congratulations to him. 4th round's pretty good for Ruud. Well, you know, we didn't expect much. Well, I didn't expect anything from Ruud here. So to make the 4th round, you know, and be up a set and a bit, good effort. You know, good effort from Ruud this week. But Shelton's been here and done that. Another quarterfinal in Australia. He loves playing it. He's going to win the Australian Open if Sinner gets out of the way. If he just moves, just get out of the way. Hey, Peter, thank you for the 5. 7 out of the 8 top 10 males in the quarterfinals. 6 out of the top 8 women. Very impressive performance. Oh, yeah. Like, it's historic. It's an historic Australian Open, historic Grand Slam. Yala's got break points. The crowd's gone wild already. 15-40. We're going to merge the streams. College energy. I love it. I love that. I wish I went to American college and played tennis. That would have been so much fun. So much fun. That would have suited me to a T. Playing college tennis in America. Oh, that would have been the best experience. So much fun. Anyways, 15-40. Serving to the back of Yala. Return goes to front of Treva. Yala. Down the line winner. There's the break. Yala 3-1. All right. That's how you start. All right, we're going to merge the streams. You want to keep watching. jump on over. We'll talk all things Australian Open as well. But Yala takes the break. But great win by Shelton. Comes back from a set and a bit down and wins in 4. Takes out Ruud. And he's played Sinner in a couple of days. We've only lost the number 7 seed. And he was replaced by Tien. So I'll tell you, the Australian Open this year, the matchups and or at least the matchups have been good. The matches haven't been great, but the matchups have been great. And hopefully, we're going to get epic matches now that all the best players, like all the top 10 players are playing. Only 3 players on the men and the women's side are not top 10 that are in the quarterfinals, which is ridiculous. So make sure you stick around. We'll be back tomorrow to watch the Australian Open. Jump on over, though. Let's watch Manila hosting an event and going crazy for Yala. All right. Great.